Movement, what's up? I'm responding to this video that Infamous Chris did on his channel. I just want to say some things. I hope that Brother James Manning doesn't show the comments that I posted. They're not showing thus far, and after I watched the entire video, I'm wishing that I didn't make them. You know, uh, what it is, we need to make sure that we don't engage in what will amount to internet beefing when it comes to this, especially this. Something as important as voting does not need to be treated like that. I mean, when you have the candidates already engaged in mudslinging and stuff like that, it's not necessary for us to get into it. I don't necessarily condemn what Brother Manning was saying, because what he's going to do is incite a lot of would-be apathetic, non-voting black people to want to get involved, to want to show him, that we can do better. For him to say things in a video earlier, or a video that I saw that somebody sent, that he made in what seemed to be in response to Infamous Chris's video, that the young hip-hoppers, young college students don't have the right to speak on behalf of the black community. So because of that, we should be quiet. We're speaking up for Barack Obama. We don't know anything about it, and that's fine. I understand that. Nothing wrong with him saying go out and learn more. But I'm seeing a lot of back and forth, like I saw in Infamous Chris's comments, where somebody's saying something about respecting your elders. He's got a PhD. Well, he didn't show it. He didn't tell us any. He gave us no doctoral level speech at all. He spoke as though he had a 6th grade education, and he really did. But it's not necessary to go, and it really doesn't matter how he spoke. He said what he said, he meant what he said, and he has every right to have his opinion. He shouldn't use his platform to spout that opinion, but why not? That's his right. The other thing is the comment that someone made saying that about Barack is going to be going into the black churches as if the black people love him so much and will follow him blindly. My friend, what politician, what president does not go into the black churches during election year? Which politician is not going? Maybe Mitt Romney. He may be the one that won't go, but I suspect he probably will go into a few black churches as well, or shall I say mixed churches. But for all time, we've always had, every politician goes into the black churches during the election year, as if they have as if they care. I'll just put it that way. And it's not. It's funny to me that everybody's saying these things that Barack does as if black people love him, or as if he this, or as if he was black. He's saying these things and doing these things. If you're not telling me what the other candidates are doing, it really doesn't matter what he's doing, because what is he supposed to be doing? What is he supposed to be doing right now? He didn't speak up for the Brother Manning was saying something about, he didn't speak up for the young black children who are starving. He didn't speak up. I never heard Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Bush, anybody speaking out for the young black starving children of America. I guess Bush did say something about the kids doing better in school, but if you actually went into the schools, you would see that not all the schools are meeting the bar for the No Child Left Behind initiative. Not everybody's reaching those standards, and I think that it just makes sure that we don't get involved in going back and forth with internet people, or this open. It's cool. I'm just saying as a group, let's not do that. What Infamous Chris did, there was nothing wrong with that. You speak your mind, that's cool, but let's make sure it doesn't turn into a back and forth thing. The way that Brother James came back, I'll put the one, two, three links. I'll put the 3 links in this description section over there, and y'all check those out if you want to. I mean, it's really not, it's not important, but you know, just the thing is, when you see this type thing happening, make sure, you know, let's not, this is the response. This is Infamous Chris on behalf of Stick Movement. I'm stepping up, and this is the response to Brother James Manning. You go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, you need to separate church and state, but you know what? Do what you do. That's, you have the right to free speech in America. Do what you do. Support your candidate, although he's not speaking in support of anybody. He hasn't said nothing yet. But, you know, speak against who you want to speak against. I mean, you know, but it's not that important. We will keep doing what we do. We will support who we want to support. All of Stick Movement may not be supporting Barack Obama. You know, I mean, I personally, I am. But if he doesn't win the Democratic nomination, at that point, I'm going to change my support to someone else. I'm still deciding on who I would choose. I know my Democrat that I would support. I would support Barack Obama. I would not support Hillary Clinton. So in my making my choice, I would end up having to elect an independent or writing in for Obama, or I would have to select Ron Paul or you know, the Republican nominee. You know, I mean, I don't know who I'm going to support if not Barack Obama. I mean, to me, I guess I would just write in, you know. The other thing that I wanted to say was, anybody, if you know somebody that's been locked up, we got a long time till November. If you know somebody that's been locked up, find out. Everybody that gets locked up and gets out, some people serve all their time and don't end up on parole. Some people serve their time, get out on papers, and they end up being on parole for a time. You know, and basically they're still, they can still be in prison. They can end up going back. But the thing is, I was under the assumption that when you went to prison and were a convicted felon, that you would never vote again. I was under that assumption. I was under that misconception. This I've heard from Stick 187. He told me that this is not true. That if you serve your time, you get out and are paroled. I don't know if you have to petition for it or what you have to do, but you can get your voting rights back. I don't think a lot of people know that. I think, like I said, I said in the video before that if you know somebody that, if you can't vote, if you're not allowed to vote, if you're not old enough, or you have, you're a felon that can't vote right now or whatever, but you know some people that can vote that are not planning to vote, encourage them to go out and make, you know, encourage them to vote, period. But I would suggest encourage them to vote for who you want to be, you know, who you want them to vote for. I mean, go as far as give people a list. That's what I plan to do. I'm going to make out a list of who I want to vote for before I go. I just finally registered. I hadn't got my papers back, but I'm going to make a list before I go in of who I want to vote for. I'm going to make copies of this list, and I'm going to give it to people because I want them to vote for the people that I'm voting for, because I want the people that I'm voting for to win. So that is one thing that we need to do. Form a list of who you want to vote for in your area, in your city, in your state. You're going to have other local elections that go on. Find out who you want to vote for in those elections as well. Make a list before you go so you don't get confused, so you don't mess up, so you don't waste time, so that the lines won't be as long. Make the list, make copies, hand it out when you get to the place. I mean, people can take it, throw it away, throw it down. I mean, maybe they won't let you. Maybe that's against the law. But if it ain't, I say let's do it. I don't know. But make out a list of who you want to vote for, who you want to see elected in whatever election. I support Barack Obama as of right now. Other than that, I don't know. But if I told somebody that wasn't going to vote, or if I couldn't vote and somebody else I knew wasn't going to vote, I would encourage them to go in and vote for me. Go vote for Barack Obama on my behalf. I mean, on, you know, just whatever you call it. 305-636 out.